Hello everyone, I'm JG and welcome back to Music Forever, where today I'm going to be reviewing the newest EP from Code Orange entitled The Hurt Will Go On. This is a new EP that they've dropped consisting of 2 new tracks as well as a remix of a track from their last studio album, Forever. That was an album that first introduced me to this group and an album that I really loved. In fact, it made my top 20 albums of 2017. You can see that in that video if you so desire. I really like the album. I'd highly recommend it to you if you haven't, listened to it already. But I'm guessing, considering you're watching this video and you're probably familiar with this group, you probably have listened to it or maybe are considering listening to it as well. If you are someone considering, listen to that album. It's great. But onto this EP here, this new EP. I'm really liking this EP here that they've dropped so far. I like the 3 tracks that they have on here, and I just overall find it to be very entertaining. The first track, 3 Knives, has just a very aggressive sound to it. Obviously, those metalcore influences coming in very strongly here on this track, but it still has that Code Orange flair to it with how, it has those, kind of starts and stops, those industrial kind of, flubs, I guess you could say, thrown in there that are just, very Code Orange in their sound. And just, instantly when I'm listening to a song like this, it stands out as being a Code Orange track. It's just a really aggressive, really savage song that I find myself really enjoying. The second track on here, The Hunt, features Corey Taylor, the vocalist for Slipknot and Stone Sour. And, while I'm not the, largest fan of either of those groups, I will say that Corey Taylor's vocals in those groups is arguably one of the strongest points of those 2 groups. So having him here on this track was something that I was interested to see how it would go. And his feature on here is, very good. I enjoy it, but I don't think it's even the best part of the song. Easily my favorite part of this track is like the ending outro type part where it just, has that Code Orange kind of industrial metalcore mix. Where, when I was listening to it, it sounded like my computer, like something just went wrong with my computer, and like it was about to blow up or something. But really, it was just the song playing out as it was supposed to. Which, considering it's Code Orange, is kind of, expected to some degree, but I still really love it. I love how aggressive and visceral it sounds, mixing those, punky, metalcore elements with the, industrial electronic elements very nicely. I just love the outro on this track. And the rest of the track is pretty good as well. I find myself enjoying it a ton. The third track on here, the remix of the track Hurts Goes On from their last album, is probably my least favorite of these 3 tracks, but it still is very good. I still enjoy this a fair bit. Compared to the first 2 tracks in this EP that are just very aggressive, very in your face, this one's a bit more atmospheric, I guess you could say. It definitely has a bit more of a mood going for it, which is definitely a nice change of pace. I enjoyed it overall. I maybe didn't really like how it ended a little bit too suddenly, I feel. I mean, it's, it kind of fits with the whole, industrial-ish sound that this band has going for it, to, just stopped a bit abruptly. But still, I don't really feel like it, I feel like I would have preferred it to end a bit more naturally in this case here. But it still is a very decent track overall. I still find myself enjoying it when I'm listening to this EP, and, I definitely would return to it again. So this EP overall is just very solid through and through. Like I said, you get 3 tracks on here. All of them are very good, very solid. If you like this band, you like their previous stuff, I feel like you're going to like these 3 tracks, just because, it really is the band doing what they do best here. It's just a very entertaining listen. Not too long of a listen either. This thing just runs a little less than 10 minutes in length, which is, a nice short amount of time where, it really doesn't take you much of a commitment to even listen to this thing all the way through once. So if this thing sounds interesting to you based on what I've described here today, definitely give it a listen because you will enjoy it. The EP just provides a nice mixture of, metalcore, industrial elements, has those very aggressive vocals at times, shouting, very aggressive guitar parts, but also those, just very industrial, wacky sort of things going on as well. It's just very typical of this group. So overall, this is a very solid EP in my opinion. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I definitely feel like I am going to be coming back to some of the tracks on here in the future because I did really enjoy them. And yeah, I just think that this is a solid project overall. And with that said, that's really all there is to say about this EP here. It was a rather short project, so, there's not all too much to talk about here. If you like this EP, Or if you had a different opinion, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. I would greatly appreciate seeing whatever thoughts you had on this project. And while you're down there, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more music-related content, album reviews, EP reviews, lists, all that kind of stuff. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay golden.